Welcome back to the Cricket Pulse by LGW. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, April 19, 2026. The coffee is strong and the sun is out and the IPL table is looking more chaotic by the hour. I'm Loy and I've got the full crew here today, Will and George.
It feels good to have a full house. Absolutely. Let me tell you that. The last two times we were just holding the fort. George, happy to see your face. And yeah, it's nice and sunny out here as well. But my mind is still full at Chinnaswamy Stadium and what took place over there. So there's a lot to discuss on that one. Right, George?
Well, guys, I'm like almost human again. Nothing shows work fatigue like seeing Phil Salt clear the ropes. But that being said, not really happy with the result. It's great to be back in the hot seat. We have a massive Sunday double to break down. No, Saturday double to break down. Ah, and the Sunday double coming up. So some huge games today and two huge games to review. Okay, anyways, that could officially end a few playoff dreams today. Let's get stuck in. Let's look at the afternoon game first. Chinnaswamy. Royal Challengers versus Delhi Capitals. We batted first. I mean, RCB batted first. 175 rate. Never was a target that was good enough on that pitch and the team we were up against. More often than not, I just tell people if you want to beat RCB on any given day, RCB needs to lose it by themselves, and that's exactly what they did.
They did an absolute amazing job on doing that one. From from a position they were actually losing and then coming back and then finally giving it on a silver platter. That takes some skills, man. But hey, Phil Salt was the anchor. Let's talk about him. Smashing 63 of 38 deliveries. Amazing knock. He's in a destructive mood. I hope he continues for the rest of the tournament in the same fashion. He probably will end up at the very top of a highest scorer in the tournament. He looks untouchable, but the DC spinner really turned the screw. Aksa Patel, even though he actually walked out of the stadium with a side string or whatever that thing was, and then Kuldeep Yadav turned the screw back in again, scoring about taking 2 wickets for 32. These two were absolutely clinical throughout the middle over. That was an absolute game changer. That changed, according to me. That just pulled it back for us to bring it down to 178. Even Virat Kohli couldn't get going, falling for about 19 runs.
Yep, it did. I think the batting unit did not flourish as the usual RCB batting unit flourishes. And I think we can look at the scores, individual scores, and we can see that. I think that's one of the reasons why it didn't go as planned, because we see that the King Kohli went out for 19, which is not his usual self. You see that Rajat Patidar did not score much as well. And I think all of that definitely has impacted our scoreboard and our scores, where again, Chinnaswamy is considered to be a batter's paradise. That definitely didn't go our way. And I think, again, if you look at it, kudos to Delhi for the bowlers. Absolutely brilliant job to contain RCB and get the crucial wickets at the right times, which put a stranglehold on our scoring. Now, coming back to RCB's bowling, I think with the way we started, it absolutely looked like we were going to defend it. Bhuvneshwar Kumar was vintage. He took 3 for 26, ripping to the DC top order in the power play. And we thought, yes, this game is ours. But then KL Rahul, again, we did speak about it in the last episode as well. It is his home ground. It's where he's grown up, and I think he always comes back and makes a mark here. He did that last year. He did it again this year. What a knock again! I think as much as we can give credit to Tristan Stubbs and David Miller for finishing it off, if there was no innings of KL Rahul's at that point in time, his 57 was so vital for that chase. If that was not that, RCB would have wrapped this game up pretty soon. So absolute kudos to KL Rahul again for playing that role where he's come back and he's played a blinder and got the team into a position which they could easily then chase.
Look, he literally grew up on that pitch, KL Rahul. So for him, it's more than home. It's his turf. So every time he comes back, he haunts RCB. Um, um, that being said, look, I think there were two. Personally, I feel there were two selection golfs by RCB as well. It wasn't the typical Chinnaswamy pitch that where you could hit the deck hard and everything flew off the boundary ropes. It was holding back. It was a bit too paced. It was a bit slow. It was gripping. So RCB selection of Hazelwood can be debated because on that pitch, Duffy was a much better selection. Number one, and I would have thought they would have gone with Duffy. I mean, they literally cleaned the clock with Hazelwood, and the other part was the persistence with Romario Shepherd doesn't make sense to me, especially when you're benching um, someone like Bethel, because on a pitch that was holding back, Bethel's bowling would have contributed way better and so also his batting skills than Romario Shepherd's. Um, it was a off day. I mean, obviously Kohli went quickly, and so did Rajat Patidar. The odds of which is happening not quite often. It was an off day, I agree, but the bowlers could have easily held back. And that last over to Romario Shepherd was an absolute idiotic move. I don't know why that happened. I don't know why the likes of Kohli and Patidar would throw the ball to Romario Shepherd when an in from David Miller's on the other end. It was asking for trouble, and they found it.
I mean, they did all the hard work in containing DC to that stage, getting someone the likes of Akshar Patel, who was actually smacking prior to that, got injured, and then that was a window of opportunity. And that at that point in time, I actually felt that Patida took that chance. He made those valuable changes, got in Hazelwood, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and they both were able to contain the runs. And when it came to the final overs, I think we needed somewhere close to 17 runs, which is an
15.
absolute 15, which is still a difficult task for someone to score at the last over because there's a pressure situation. All it takes was someone to come in and bowl the first two deliveries and score just one or two runs. Then it would have become a lot more difficult. But again, the choice of Romario Shepherd is really questionable. And I felt that, even the commentators sitting there who got the first hand view of what is taking place could actually see that Romario was being, promoted to come in and bowl the final overs. Well, that's I think that is where we lost it, not the entire game. The entire game, I think we were literally seesawing and we were cruising along. We were in a position to actually win it. But
Yeah,
from
I
there,
think I think there were 3 points where we lost it. One was our death batting. Then the death overs, our batting was awful. Everybody was trying to swing it rather than take the ones and twos. I mean, that was one place we lost it because we were clearly about 15 runs short. And I think it was Harsha Bogle. He said that it's clearly a 15 shot target. Number one. Number two is allowing Rahul to get away with it, especially persisting with Hazelwood. And the way he cleaned him up was pretty bad. And then it was honestly was throwing the ball over to Romario. He hadn't bowled the entire game. There was no need of that. But that being said, let's just move on to the next game. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's a game for us to forget, for RCBians, to be honest. And I think RCB just again, you you guys would bounce back. It's not a big blip. I would say it's just a small blip in the larger things. The next game, again, George, as you were saying, was again absolutely a cracker again. SRH, who have been trying to make a comeback, and CSK, who also been trying to make a comeback. Two formidable sides having a go in Hyderabad. SRH clearly being the winner over here. What a performance again by Abhishek Sharma. Absolutely playing a different sport at the minute. 15 ball 50 again, tying to the same number of balls taken by most of the players this season, scoring 50. Vaibhav, who's done it twice already, and Abhishek Sharma again his second 50 as well within 15 balls. So absolutely class. Ended up with 59. I think that's the start they needed, along with Travis Head. Beautiful start, and I think that did set the platform for them to try and get down to get to the 194 score. And not to forget about Henrik Klassen, absolutely brutal with his 59 off his own, which was amazing. Again, absolute beautiful batting by SRH to get them to that score. And I think in terms of standout bowling for CSK, we did speak about this yesterday as well, when George was not around. Anshul Kamboj, we did mention his name in the last. He has been brilliant, and I think rightfully so. He's come back and he's taken the ordered purple cap as well with his performance yesterday with 3 for 22. Well deserved, lad. Amazing bowling.
No, 100%. I mean, Anshul has been so consistent. I think one of the very few things that's been consistent with CSK. And I really hope the others find form and consistency, but Anshul has been absolutely impressive in his bowling, and I think he deserves the purple cap. But if you look at the chase, at short was a gutsy show by him and Ayush Matre for that matter. And I think but it wasn't good enough. And I think Eshan Malinga was the difference maker, 3 for 29. And most crucial wickets, Sanju falling cheap. I mean, 10-run victory was a steal.
The fact that CSK heavily depend on their top order, especially Sanju Samson, if he actually gets into that destructive mode, then there is a chance for them to actually win. But the problem here is, I think Gaikwad doesn't believe in himself. He needs to start believing and trusting himself more often in the way he bats. He needs to back his ability. The fact that he has had some failure for the last 6 games, he's on the back foot. It is difficult for a batsman to come out of that, but you have an opposite person who's facing the bowlers, who's actually been in that situation and has come up. Maybe sit down and have a chat with Samson, get to know how he turned it around, how he's able to deliver and score. But 6 failures continuously as a captain who's leading CSK in this tournament with a destructive opener like Samson, you have to come to the party, because if you don't do it, then the rest of the other guys finds it difficult. Glad that CSK has got the likes of Ayush Matre, who's also an amazing batsman. The way he hit those, sixes yesterday, coming in straight away, that was amazing. Matt Shot is actually coming good as well. So you are coming good, but the only person who hasn't come to the party yet is Gaikwad. So maybe take a rest for the next two games. Throw the ball to someone else to marshal the troops. If they can, deliver it, then you come back into the team at a stronger position, so you're free and you can marshal the troop again, and then win some games. But get a break. That's what I can tell you for Gaikwad.
Yeah, but it was rather expected. But let's move on.
Yeah. Anyway, I think just to touch base on George, I think again one of the points was Brevis did not click yesterday for CSK again. He went out for a duck, and I think that could have been the game changer because 10 runs for Brevis is not a big deal. And I think if Brevis would have been there, I think that it would have been a different game again. With Brevis and Shivam Dubey or Brevis and Sarfaraz, I think they would have definitely had a different outlook in terms of chasing that and winning the game as well. But I think that's where I think everyone's pitched in. I think if you look at Matt Shot, if you look at Sarfaraz Khan, if you look at Ayush Matre, and Shivam Dubey all pitched in with scores of 20, 30s, but then I think no one stood there and played that knock, which could get them out of that position where they lost the game. Again, as you said, George, I think again not ideal for CSK because again they had 2 wins on the trot, tried to make a comeback, but again I think they've kind of lost the momentum a bit. If you look at the table's pretty packed right now. It's not the table which we would see a lot of difference. The only thing is, yeah, Punjab has got 5 games and
Yeah.
they've all the wins except for one rained off, so they've got 9 points. So I think they are kind of looking the top team right now. RCB with 6 and 8 points, 6 games and 8 points, and rest everyone's got a couple of teams with 8, and then the rest are with 6. So it's kind of a a packed top to middle table at the minute, and it'll be interesting to see how today's games turns out as well. Because if KKR are going to, sorry, that being said, let's jump
Yeah,
right
go on, go on.
into
It's a
today's
smooth
doubleheader.
transition. Go on.
Today's
It was a
doubleheader.
smooth. Yeah.
If KKR today are going to lose, I think they're pretty much out of
Yeah.
the playoffs, because losing 6 games and then trying to make a comeback is not going to be easy. So that being said, KKR versus RR, and they're not going against one of the sides which are non-performing. They're going against a side which is absolutely damaging scores over here. So over to you, lads.
Only
Yeah,
saving grace for I think KKR is concerned is they're actually playing this game in their home den as well. So it's one of those nicer thing to happen. But see, the thing is, if a crowd is behind you and you get a good start at the very early stage, whether it is bowling or batting, that is itself is a massive thing for any team. And if KKR is able to get that kind of start and can continue that momentum, they might just turn around and do a little bit of an upset. But with that, with KKR being in that really dark place, it's not looking that great. I'm not being
KKR
over
is not
optimistic.
in a no. KKR is not in a dark place. It's just in the right place where they deserve. So, in all honesty, um, I think it's gonna be a fantastic Sunday because RR is definitely gonna walk all over KKR, and it's just gonna be a sight to behold. Plus, you need to understand, Riyan Parag will have a lot more support than the entire KKR team in Eden Gardens. So he's literally more so like a local boy there, because he's from Assam, and then in all, I don't know. I mean, maybe someone will play a cameo, someone will come good, but all said and done, I'm ready for the vibe of show. It's gonna be a thrilling show today. He's gonna walk all over. I really hope I see like a 250, 280 even for RR, and I'll be happy. Good Sunday. They'll make up for the pain that RCB caused me.
Absolutely. And again, if you look at the typical, it's a high scoring Eden deck, right, George? And again, the average first inning score is 200 over there. It's over 200, the first inning score. So if RR are put into bat, I think it's going to be an absolute show. And again, I think as we all say, I think the kid is brilliant to watch, and I think we just want to sit back and just watch him smash
Enjoy
the
it.
ball out of the park and enjoy it. So I think I'm hoping for that as well. And I think, again, we'll have to talk about the other players in the squad who all are going to contribute. Again, we know Jofra Archer has been in tremendous form. He's bowling well. We know that Nandre Berger is in good form. So I think all of that is kind of going to be on the cards when they start bowling as well. But I think batting, definitely, I think we are going to look out for that amazing performance from Jaiswal and Suryavanshi at the top.
Listen,
KKR
I've
is,
got
by the
my
way, leading this contest amongst themselves. It's 16-14 overall. So that is probably the other upside for KKR at the moment. Something they can cling on to turn this around. But absolutely looking forward to Suryavanshi coming good. I'm going to miss out probably because I'll be in the church, so I won't actually get to see this guy back. But I'll keep a close eye on that score that keeps getting updated, and I hope this guy clicks. Jaiswal, he's another destructive player. So we shouldn't forget him. He's also in a good form as well. So if he comes good, these two left-handers can just absolutely decimate this KKR to oblivion, and that'll be the final nail in the coffin for KKR.
That'd be
Absolutely.
absolutely brilliant. Coming from a teenager to actually nail them to the wall, amazing. But
Nail them to the wall.
but and that too in Eden Garden, it'll be just pleasure, mate. I've got my turbo whatever, mate. But I'm just gonna enjoy it. My fridge is stacked with drinks. I'm gonna have a good Sunday. But that
Yeah.
being said, the next one, my second favorite team takes on LSG. Oh, Punjab. Amazing. So they're undefeated Kings right now, and they're going against the ever so sulky LSG. What what do you guys have to say about that?
Well, I think Punjab he's in a very different zone right now. So for them, it's going to be
Urta
another win.
Punjab.
Their captain is Urta Punjab. He's flying everywhere
Was in
at
the
the
air.
boundaries. He's in the point. He's in the covers. Wherever he is, he's fielding absolutely brilliantly. He's doing the captaincy amazing. He's taking his crews, making sure that everyone is performing. And end of the day, the team is bloody winning every single game. The only way they can get stopped is either a bad pitch or a rain. Nothing else is stopping this team.
What
Exactly.
I'm
And I
looking
think,
forward. Yeah, so sorry, go on.
yeah, go on, George.
No, I was saying I'm actually looking forward to Punjab playing RR. That'll be a sight to behold. That'll be a game to watch.
Haven't they
Uh,
played so far? I
no,
thought they haven't. They have. No? That is
that's gonna be
bizarre.
a that's gonna
Cracker of a
be. I
game.
think they're playing next, if I'm not wrong. But whenever that is, it's gonna
How
be a
did that
cracker of a game.
happen? How did that happen?
It's every
It's 10 teams, so I think
yeah.
you have to get some time to try and get to that. And also, the
It's
thing
a
is, yeah, go on, George.
no. I was gonna just gonna say it's a long competition. There's more to come. That's it. Sorry, go on.
It's just that George, sorry, Will, I think me and George had spoken about this. So even though there are 10 teams and it looks one table, virtually they're split into two different teams of 5 and 5 each. And not every team would play twice. So there are teams like RCB is playing RR only once. And also I think RCB is playing another
Punjab,
team only once. Punjab, they're only playing
Punjab.
Punjab only once. So it's kind of a weird way it's done.
Yeah.
But that being said, again, I think the good news is Rishabh Pant is declared fit after taking a nasty blow on his elbow from
To
Hazelwood in the
score
previous
what? To
game.
score a couple more runs for the team.
He's been cleared to lead our LSG, so he's only got 105 runs this season,
It's
and
a
he's due
bad
for
thing
a
for
big
LSG.
break.
Let,
Yeah,
let me tell you, he being fit is a bad thing for LSG. It's
No,
not good news.
I think it's not the worst of the news because Rishabh Pant is a good player and he can come good. And I'm actually looking forward to him coming good because he can perform. But the problem there is, I just think, when you have somebody sulking behind your ears and sitting there, right there, and all that adds to the pressure. It just doesn't give players the freedom to kind of go out there and perform and express themselves freely. And that's probably the same thing with Mumbai. I mean, obviously, I don't want to talk about Mumbai. I do have a lot to talk about because a lot has come out recently from the dressing room, but
Yeah,
none of them are happy. So it's pretty much the same when you have somebody right behind you, you're sulking all the time. I don't think the players will enjoy playing the game as well. It's too much of pressure. And
Exactly.
uh,
Exactly. And I think, again, if you look at LSG, I think their top orders have not clicked as much as you've not had a 50 yet from the top orders. So the likes of Mitchell Marsh, Aiden Markram,
Markham,
or Nicholas Pooran, none of them have been in the runs. So I think they've been in the runs, but then they've not had the knock which they typically would have. And I think that's not helped the team as well. So I think they'll have to try and come good if they need to try and get something with Punjab. Again, as we've been saying, I think Punjab is in a different from Priyan Jaria, Prab Simran Singh, Arshdeep Singh, Shashank,
yes,
all
I
have been. And oh yeah, how can you keep him out of the picture? I just still can't get over that catch which he took against Mumbai Indians. That is, oh my God. And his attitude after that. And you should see how Rohit Sharma and Surya Kumar Yadav were like, what the
yeah.
F just happened? So I think Shreyas is in a different league. I think he's nowhere close to any of the players at the minute who's playing in this IPL. He is a par above. I wouldn't say par above than King Kohli, but then I think in terms of how he's leading the team and also batting, freaking hell, is, I think, for me, definitely one of the contenders for this year to win the cup and to be in the finals and possibly win the cup. As much as I would want RCB to be there and win the cup, I think it looks like the way they are performing, they can't be taken out of the picture.
to be honest, as long as RCB doesn't self-sabotage, uh, I'm sure RCB is the title contender as well. But looking at the way Punjab is and the way Shreyas Iyer is, it's going to be a team to beat. But funny you spoke about that catch. Remember, this is the man who almost lost his life
Yeah.
doing the same sort of a uh, jump and breaking his ribs and have internal
Being
bleeding.
out
And
surgery,
and then to come back and do the same bloody thing, it takes a lot of cojones.
I mean, it's the fact that this guy is, he doesn't think twice in terms of, leading the team and being there and, showing the team what it takes to win the game. That's his attitude. I mean, he nearly lost his career, nearly lost, as you said, nearly lost his life as well.
Life.
And coming back and doing this and performing at this level is brilliant. I'm happy for him. He's enjoying what he's doing the best, and at the same time he's showing a lot to the teammates as well, because everyone is keeping an eye on him. And what probably this, even the selectors, Indian team selectors, will be wondering, how are we going to keep him away, because they've kept him away for a very long time. And if they still continue to do that, that's just
he should be freaking leading the Indian T20 side. He should be the a guy who should never be
The
dropped off
captain.
that side.
Look, I don't think there is one person in India other than the Mumbai Cricket Board and the selectors who will actually disagree with you. Okay,
Shubman Gill
so
as well.
other than that, nobody will disagree with you because he's a captain, he's a winner, a proven
Batter.
performer. Um, Not just does he contribute with the bat, with the captaincy on the field, whatever score he scores with the bat, add about 20 every game because he saves that many in the field. Um, he'll also get you catches from nowhere, like you saw there. I mean, that would have sealed the deal if he had not taken that catch. But I'll tell you what, I just want to go back to what Bijoy said a couple of days ago about um, what's his name? What's his face? Pandya, Krunal Pandya, not Krunal Pandya. What's the other one?
Hardik Pandya.
Hardik Pandya. So, and his so-called swag, he has to try so hard to do that. But Shreyas just has to appear. It's natural. He has a natural swag. He's got class. And he just shows that not just in his attitude in the field, in whatever, like to pull that catch off, my word, and just walk off. It's just amazing. And that's the team to beat. And today's predictions, let's
Yeah,
just
let's get
call
to
it.
that.
I'm gonna say RR and Punjab.
Yeah, the form is just too strong with those two. Will, do you want to
Well,
bet
I know you
against?
guys are
Do you want to
definitely
bet
going to
against?
be. Yeah, no, he knows me well, way too well. I know you guys are going to support RR, but at least one person needs to back KKR. So let's. I'm going to hope that KKR turns around and does a major upset, and perhaps the only upset for the entire tournament for them. So I'm hoping that happens tomorrow. Sorry, today.
Oh,
So I'm
so
going with
today's
K.
not happening.
Another day. Kal ho jayega. No, no, no. It's KKR, and we've got the second
Punjab
one.
and LSG.
I'm going with Punjab. Even though LSG, even if you put it all sorts of voodoo magic for them to win, I don't think they are in a position with their owner and with their captain.
Okay, I'm with George again. I think RR and Punjab Kings, the momentum is just too heavily skewed right now, and I don't think you can rattle them that easily. So yeah, that's kind of our predictions. Hopefully, we'll see what the outcomes are once we've had the games completed today. I'm going to be also not watching the game today because I'm going to be away playing cricket. Over here against a side where we've just got promoted to another division. So hopefully, lads, I'll see you after the game. But again, as you guys would be doing, I'll be keeping track of the scores on my phone whenever I get a chance. And we'll catch the review of the game tonight.
Good
I'm
luck for your
watching the
game.
games.
Yep.
My fridge is full. 2 days of work. I need to wind down. So yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, perfect day to wind down actually for you. Just grab a couple of beer, put it next to your sofa, and then just pull your feet up and enjoy the whole 6 hours.
Because of the age rating and all that, and promotion of liquor prohibition, I'm not gonna flaunt it on the screen, but it's already there. Everything's ready. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
we don't want to get
that's it
banned on
from us.
YouTube.
So
So early.
that's it from us today. The Sunday doubleheader is just about to kick off in another 1 hour. Until then, everyone, enjoy your cricket and see you later.
Adios.
And before we wind down, if you've got a comment about these predictions that we make, and if they come good, call out our name in the comment section below. Until then, we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.